Hello everyone, and welcome to another video. So at the time of recording this is the 23rd of February, which happens to be my 20th birthday. So I was told to treat yourself and got a new, well, motherboard, CPU and RAM for my daily system. So I thought let's make an sort of unboxing of the entire thing and just kind of talk about like why I selected these things and like what I'm gonna do with them, which, well, basically I'm gonna game on them. But yeah, so this is the motherboard. This is very obviously a Gigabyte B550 Aorus Master, and when I was choosing motherboards, I basically had two choices. I had this one or the Unify X. Now the Unify X would have been a bit better, like the VRM for Core is like basically the same. Memory would be better on the Unify because it's a 2 dimmer, this is a 4 dimmer. I chose the Aorus Master though because, well, it's a daily system. It's not like I'm gonna do like 5 GHz validations on my memory, and I think a daily system should look good, and I just like the looks of this board better than the Unify, so I just chose this one. So we have the board, and oh, that's some nice... Is that stickers? That's stickers. Okay. Installation guide, manual, driver CD, another one of these things to put on my rig, already have one. And warranty card? I don't know, if this even is French, my French is not good. And I guess that's pretty much it. I don't think there's anything back here. Oh, there is something back here. Okay. Oh, yeah, Wi-Fi antenna. This thing has Wi-Fi. Cable ties. That's nice. What's that? Oh, it's a speaker. Okay. Oh, another one of these things. Those are nice. Makes it easier to plug the front panel stuff in. Thermal probes, SATA cable, RGB header, another RGB header it seems, another SATA cable, and that's it. Okay, so let's put this stuff back in. I'm gonna tear my entire daily system down today. I don't think I'll be making a video of that because that's just always a big mess. Because my case is kinda small and very cramped. I can make a video once it's finished. So, box away. Let's take a closer look at the board itself. So, I ground myself on a power outlet. Don't want to kill the hardware before I use it. So, guess I'm getting to do the peel. I left it a little bit here. It has an integrated I/O shield. I didn't know that. That's nice. And I think there's some more peel over here. So, yeah. So this is the B550 Aorus Master. We have a postcode. We do not have buttons. Well, yeah, I guess that's for the X570 Extreme. So, basically what this board is, if you don't know it. This is basically an X570 Aorus Extreme, but with B550, if you look at the VRM. So the VRM is the same you get on the X570 Extreme. So this is a 14 phase, 14 plus 2. So the PWM controller is a 16 phase. And yeah, so 2 are SoC, 14 are core. This is way more than I could ever need on a 5800X, which is the CPU I'm gonna pair this with. But I am down the line thinking of getting a 16 core once maybe AM5 is a thing and you can get them kinda cheap on eBay. This being B550 has a couple compromises to it, none that I care about. So the main thing is the B550 chipset has no PCI Express 4.0, so these two PCI Express slots 3.0, this one 4.0 from the CPU, and these three M.2 slots also 4.0 from the CPU. Now if you know something about PCI Express lanes from the CPU, you know there's only 20. 16 for the first PCI Express slot, and then 4 for your one M.2. So how do we get 3 M.2s here? Well, there's a couple PCI Express switches over here, which if you plug in an M.2 in any of these two slots, it takes X8 away from your graphics card and puts them into these two M.2 slots, which, yeah, I'm not gonna be using more than one M.2 on this board because my 2080 Ti is PCI Express 3.0 and running it at 8x would be a problem. If it was 4.0, running it at 8x would probably not make a difference, but 3.0 8x, that's like, yeah, performance gets worse from that. So these M.2 slots are basically dead for me. This also means there's no SLI on this board, because these are just X4, these two slots. Not that I really care, it's my daily, I only have one graphics card in there, but if I would ever do the same thing I'm doing with my current daily board and move it to my test bench, yeah, this won't do SLI. Then, yeah, another thing, there's two power connectors for the CPU over here. The 4-pin, just ignore that, it's useless. I don't even have a cable for that, just ignore that. And yeah, so we have nice Realio, we have Wi-Fi, which I actually need, because our LAN, like the LAN in the house I live in, is capped at 3 Mbits, and the Wi-Fi is kept at 16. So yeah, that's a lot faster. Yeah, we have pretty much all the USB I could ever need. I think that's 2 more than my... Is it? I think that's either 2 or 4 more USB than my current daily. We have 2.0 gigabit LAN. Not that I will ever use that. We have BIOS flashback, or like QFlash or whatever Gigabyte calls it. Because this might actually not boot with the 5800X installed. So yeah, I might have to update the BIOS. Then we have a nice backplate on the board, which yeah, that's nice for rigidity. But yeah, then I guess that's pretty much it for the board. I'm not gonna take this apart or anything. Like, if you wanna know the specifics of the PCB, look up Butzoid's PCB breakdown. So onto the CPU. This is a... Oh, you can see it. Damn it. Here, Ryzen 7 5800X. Still see it, like I'm first time unboxing all of these. So let's get the CPU out, and I guess we can just socket it in right away. It's a pretty big box for just the CPU. Yeah, it's just empty. You're not getting a cooler with this anymore. Yeah, motherboard BIOS update thingy. Get another AMD sticker. Here we have the CPU. Okay, live install the CPU and don't drop it. It's gonna look. So that corner goes there. Actually put it down like this. Yeah, we're in. And CPU's installed. Nice and easy. So then, I mean, I don't think I have really something to say about the 5800X, except maybe the fact that I chose this one. So originally I was thinking, well, a 5600X would already be okay, because like I have an 8700K currently. And a 5600X is basically that, just a bit faster and more energy efficient. But going to 8 cores is nice. I would have gone for 12 cores if it wasn't so damn expensive. but 8 cores, that's gonna be like enough. Like, yeah. So yeah, that's why I'm going 5800X. And then we can get to the memory. This might look like some Uber C die, but I can assure you it's not. So this is a 2x8 gig config, 3200 CL 14.14.14.34, and you can see here it says version 4.31. This is B die. This is proper B die memory. So this is some proper high-end memory. I also paid B die prices for it. This was $250. This RAM kit literally costs as much as the motherboard. So yeah, it better be B die, which it is. Yeah, and I mean the RAM is some Corsair Vengeance Pro RGB. I already had one of those just as a C die kit. Safety information. So yeah, now we have some proper RAM. Just 16 gigs though, because I don't really need more. And well, I mean it's B die, so I can just get another B die kit if I ever wanted to upgrade. So this motherboard, other than my current test bench and daily board, is actually not a T topology. This is a daisy chain. So putting the RAM in these slots actually matters. Not that I would have put them anywhere else, but yeah, this motherboard is a daisy chain as far as I know. So RAM goes in there, and yeah, the stick can come up. Okay, properly installed. You are. So that's my daily system upgrade for my 20th birthday. New RAM, proper B die, new motherboard with beast of a VRM, and a very capable CPU. Now I just gotta put it in my daily rig. Which, yeah, that's gonna be interesting. That's... How did that get here? Yeah, that's gonna be interesting, because I have to literally tear everything down. I have a radiator in my daily rig that obstructs the access to this part, so I actually have to take the radiator out to get to that cable, and for that I have to drain the loop, and it's just like not fun. But once this is in, and hopefully boots with the CPU installed, otherwise I'm gonna have to do the BIOS flashback thingy. Yeah, this will hopefully be a very nice motherboard to use. So this is actually a rather short video. I mean, yeah, it's just motherboard, put the CPU and put the RAM in, and that's it. So yeah, I'm going Ryzen, and I don't think I'll be regretting this. Well, I mean, Intel is about to launch a CPU lineup that is probably as fast as this, but I don't really care about that, because I mainly ditched the Intel CPU not because it was slow, but because it was just consuming so much power and so hot, and yeah, I'm just going Ryzen. More energy efficient and also faster for now. Ryzen 6000 apparently has a 40% extra performance. I expect that to be on AM5, so this motherboard won't do it, which might be... I'm gonna stay on this. Realistically, I'm just gonna stay on this. Yeah, and I think one last thing about the motherboard. One reason why I was considering the Unify as well over this one is that's 2 BIOS chips right there, and there are no switches on this board. So Gigabyte has dual BIOS on a lot of their motherboards, but it's a pretty annoying dual BIOS implementation, because there's an automatic system in place that switches you over to the other BIOS chip just if you crash a couple times. Usually you have switches to put the board in single BIOS mode and then another switch to just select which BIOS you are on. The Extreme has that. This one doesn't, which is one of the drawbacks of going cheaper with the B550, which means this has only the automatic switching of dual BIOS, which means once I'm starting to RAM overclock a lot, yeah, I'm gonna switch over to the BIOS chips a lot, that's gonna be fun. But I guess I can deal with that. Like, I think, like, it's a daily system. I overclock it once and then I never touch it again, and I think for that I can deal with the stupid dual BIOS. So, yeah. That should be pretty much it for the video. This is gonna be the new core of my daily rig, together with the 2080 Ti that's still in the system. Yeah, I hope this will do very good. And I hope you enjoyed this video. So until next time, goodbye.